how you came to Urban League and such.
Well, my name is...
Oh, not yet. I was going to
Okay,
one. Sorry.
okay.
Are we started?
Anytime you're ready.
Oh, and,
We're
alright, so-
rolling.
Yep, so deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. Please introduce yourself and let us know how you came to the Urban League.
Well, my name is Maya Norvell. I'm the Director of Marketing Communications for the Urban League of Central Carolinas. I've been here a little over 3 years. I came to this area with my family, just looking for a new area to live in and to call home, and so far it's been an awesome place.
Awesome. Alright, so let's get into the questions. So, within the fiber optics program and all the other, micro-credentialing, job readiness programs that you guys offer, but with emphasis on the fiber optics, why did the Urban League decide to create this program?
The Urban League of Central Carolina has decided to get this fiber optics certification program in 2008 due to the need in the community. There was a need to become more conducive to the needs of the community. So the mobilization issue was a big one back then. And we saw let me get my thoughts together real quick. I'm going to start over from the beginning. You see when the camera comes on, it's extra pressure. All right. Back in 2008, the Urban League of Central Carolinas decided to seek funding through Charlotte Works for our fiber optics certification program due to the need in the community. There was more of a need to really mobilize people past a minimum wage job. We wanted to get people in family-sustaining careers that would benefit not only their family but the greater Charlotte community, and allow local individuals to become mobilized and into this economy and contribute in a positive way, and not just to affect their family but generations to come.
Awesome, thank you. And with that said, that you explained how the program has started, how has the progress since?
Since 2008, the program has become extremely robust. We see class sizes are about 20. We run 5 to 6 classes per year. It's well funded at this point, and we're booming. Placement has been great with the program. I have to think. So ask me that question again.
Sure.
Where's the program right now?
Yeah, so knowing how the program started, how has it progressed since? How is it today?
From 2008 till now, the program has really grown and developed. Something new this year that we're really excited about is our corporate advisory councils for fiber. This corporate advisory council is made up of different employers. The employers are members, and they are fully entrenched into everything as far as the curriculum, intake, interviewing, graduations. The employers are involved in the classroom, which makes it really beneficial for our clients with placement. The employers have an opportunity to see people where they are and to watch them develop. They've also actually provided suggestions to the curriculum and how we can make it more in line with some of the trends in the market and the industries. So for example, with fiber, one of the recommendations was for us to make customer service not only just a part of the course, but to make it a certifiable part of the course. So we offer a customer service certification at the Urban League. It was really just a matter of combining that to the fiber curriculum and making that a more robust offering so that our clients are more marketable to employers.
Thank you. Awesome. And what does the Urban League think about offering this kind of course in an online or traditional classroom setting? Which format tends to work?
For most of our programs with the population that we're dealing with, the in-person, hands-on classroom setting has been beneficial, just because the population we're dealing with they do have multiple barriers, and some of them in a vulnerable position in their life. So it's really creating that trust, and trust comes with proximity sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. So when you can really touch and feel and put eyes on the work and also the individual, it helps to further them along, and it helps to let them know that we truly care about them and want them to be successful.
What is the Urban League's future plan for the program?
That is a good question. Where the program is right now, we're in a bit of an interesting dynamic because we have full classes. We actually have a waiting list for our fiber class. So we have investors that want to expand the number of classes we offer. So right now our main focus is on education and educating the able bodies into what fiber can mean in their lives. So where the fiber jobs are, it's not just, you know, bearing drop cable jobs anymore, right? It's also solar farms, solar panel farms. These are some innovative ideas that are also in line with the emerging job market. So as you hear Duke or some other main companies talking about the solar grid and doing more in clean energy, we want to make sure that our offerings here at the Urban League are in line with that. So it's really educating high school seniors, parents, the younger working, and I guess everybody, just educating everybody on what these jobs look like these days and that they're not your old traditional, even like in advanced manufacturing, right? Yeah. They're nuanced, they're clean, you're not going to get hurt. You know, the standards are a lot different now, so it's really just bringing people up to speed on where the industry is.
Thank you.
For recruiting purposes. I have to watch that. I don't know my voice.
No, very good.
Okay. You guys are going to chop it up, right? Of course. Okay.
It is in our interest to make you look good.
Okay. I'm trying.
Just micro-credentialing courses overall. Should Charlotte do more of that?
No, they should just invest here and we no, just kidding. I definitely think like this program and programs like this one are extremely beneficial to this community. I think that the more we can educate the community and the able bodies on what there is out in the job market and career paths they can jump into, it's exponentially going to be beneficial. I think that the jobs are there and the people are there. It's just connecting them through education and proximity. And I think that the ecosystem of organizations such as this one really help provide a net in the community to make sure that we are fully at capacity with the job market and we can continue to attract key employers and have a ready to hire market here in Charlotte.
Thank you.
Thoughts?
Oh,
You think it's going okay?
it's going smooth?
Yes. So with that mentioned, with your knowledge of micro-credentialing and job readiness, excuse me, how do you see the value of micro-credentialing and job readiness? How important is it for the community?
I think it's extremely important. Here at the Urban League, we don't just teach people how to swim.
I'm sorry, can we just...
I should know better. I think that credentialing is extremely important. I think that's a way to guarantee a ready-to-hire population to employers and also a way for employers to insert themselves in this process. I think that it opens up the channels of communication and makes sure that we're not just teaching people how to swim and then throw them in shark-infested waters. You know, it's making the waters conducive for them to swim in, and also making sure that they have the right technique, if that makes sense. Should I not do that analogy, or you think it's okay?
No, you can start it again. I would, let's...
So I can just start. I can start.
Yeah.
Just go ahead when you're ready.
At the Urban League, credentialing is extremely important, and I believe that it's important across Charlotte. We were named the 50th out of 50 city for economic and social mobility, and it's really important that we don't only teach folks how to swim, but we also make sure that we're not throwing them in shark-infested waters. And that's something that allows for the employers to have buy-in and for those of us that are service providers to have a little bit of, I guess, a guarantee that what we're teaching in the classroom is conducive to what our clients will need on the job.
So what is micro-credentialing and certification?
Industry standard. I'm trying to get my wording right. Certifications at the Urban League are nationally recognized industry standards. a lot of the certifications that we offer are actually you have to are required for entry into the fields. So like the CAST exam, for example, is construction skills and trade exam. You need that certification in order to be a lineman or linewoman. The fiber optic technician certification, you have to have that certification in order to get a field tech job or drop cabling job with any of the main employers locally and nationally. So forth and so on. There's a lot. We offer HVAC, fiber optic, CAST, customer service, Microsoft Office, high school equivalency diploma, which is like formerly a GED. And then Highway Construction and Trade Academy, we offer licensure and safety, flagging, all that kind of stuff, roller operator. And something that's, I'm kind of just talking, but something that, is really becoming more of a trend is apprenticeships. So the Urban League of Central Carolina is moving into more, changing our language and our process into apprenticeship models. That way, a lot of the activities that clients do in the classroom and the hands-on portion is actually the beginning of an apprenticeship. So they'll seamlessly transition into positions. So like the Construction and Skills Trade Academy, when the clients enroll and get intaked into the program, that's the beginning of an apprenticeship, which will end on the job.
Going back a step backwards, you mentioned earlier about employers and then their view on credentialing. So from your knowledge, do employers really enjoy the credentialing programs? What is their opinion of them?
So employers, I think the key, or from experience, the key with employers has been trust. They have to be able to trust that the clients that we're graduating are ready to work in the field in which we place them. So with the certification, it's an industry-wide standard. So once they pass the certifications, the trust that the client is ready to hire is there with the employer. The beauty of our corporate advisory councils at the Urban League of Central Carolinas is we invite the employers into the classroom, we invite the employers into the curriculum, we invite them into the intake process. So not only do they interview the person, but they've seen the person grow over the past 5 weeks to 3 months, however long the program is. So they're really engaged in the process from the beginning.
Are micro-credentialing, what about the cost of these classes?
No, I got you. I'm just processing. I wouldn't usually have to do that, but it's because I'm being recorded. Okay. So the programs, okay, hold on. Okay, I know I moved off the paper.
And,
sorry.
There's a handsome fellow back here. We're going to have him to get out of the way.
Oh, he's in the shot. Programs are all at no cost. That's why I got to get this right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take your time. If you like, I can read and ask a question, or you just want to go.
No, it's okay. It's easier for me to be kind of organic. Like if you just say talk about this or that, it's easier for me to just go. All right. So the unique thing about our program here at the Urban League, all of our courses and programs are at no cost to the client. That's another way that we've kind of worked the continuum of opportunity model to work for our clients. Each dollar that somebody invests in the Urban League goes directly to clients, instructors, course material, all those kind of things. And luckily for us, it's allowed us to be able to offer these courses at no cost to our clients that come in. Because like I said, there's all kind of barriers, there's all kind of variables in these folks' life. So that's one less barrier. And it's also allowed us to fully get people to engage in our programming and wrap their arms around the clients. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're all here for, and that's what most of the investments are made directed to. It was,
Yeah.
yes, the duration.
Yeah. The question was, are micro-credentialing classes short enough in duration that people are able to commit to them?
Yes. So here at the Urban League, our courses, we have a large library of courses, and they vary from being 4 weeks long to 3 months long, depending on the level of credentialing. So an HVAC certification is 3 months, whereas customer service may be 4 weeks. Fiber optics is 5 weeks. It really depends on the industry and the necessity of the curriculum. I'm trying to think. Some of the courses, in talking with our corporate advisory councils, some of them have needed to be extended. For example, Highway Construction and Trade Academy, we went from a 4-week module to a 5-week module to add in some more hands-on. So that's the beauty of having the corporate advisory councils, because you have the employers really giving input and molding the curriculum to fit and to further realize that career pathway.
So what is your stance on micro-credentialing versus the traditional education route? And when I mean by traditional education, going to a 4-year institution, getting a degree, and going to the workplace. So what is your stance on micro-credentialing versus the traditional education route?
I feel like with the population that we're dealing with, it's not a one-size-fits-all. And I think that if we can provide more options in length and duration, it's beneficial, because you're going to get the person that needs a check yesterday or needs a career yesterday, so they just want to get in and get out and get to the workforce. And then you have other folks that are already working that maybe just want to catapult into middle management or into upper management. They just need a little customer service course in order to do that. So that's also why we offer some courses during the day, and then we offer some courses at night, just because some of the folks that we see are working already, just trying to get a leg up, because we deal with folks that are underrepresented in the workplace or chronically out of work. It's not really a one-size-fits-all, so we try and accommodate as many folks as we can. Yeah. As many folks, that's probably not the best word, but it's okay.
Are you kidding me?
Folks?
Go ahead.
Okay. It's interesting you should ask that, because since our certification programs are advanced in some of the industries that we're talking about, a good example is fiber optics certification. A specific employer, we won't name any names, but a lot of their current employees have come to our fiber course to become certified. So it's kind of had a draw from a lot of different places. We have folks that are chronically unemployed. We have folks that are employed right now that are just trying to get into middle management. And then we also have folks that are just enamored with the programming and just come and sit that, may already be senior managers or high up. They just want to come and hear kind of what we're doing and maybe even model some of what we do here on the job. So it's really been an interesting dynamic, especially with getting the corporate advisory councils up and running, to kind of see what the temperature is with these employers, to see what their needs are and how we can help benefit them and actually shape some of the industry standards. With the Department of Labor as well, we have a contract through our National Urban League with the Department of Labor to help get some of these apprenticeship initiatives rolling in the city, and just to get people on a firmer career path that really leads to management roles.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
What the future holds for micro-credentialing? Where do you see it being in the next 5 or even 10 years? So micro-credentialing as a whole.
Let me come up to the 50,000-foot level. That's a loaded question, because where the country's going, I would say we need to invest in micro. I've been to a lot of conferences and seminars where I've heard that, the real broad areas of discipline that students go into, for example, at colleges and universities, aren't the best avenue anymore. People should find a more specific career path for a specific career. And I think that these credentialing or certification programs allows for that. You can come after you graduate from high school and sit in a 5-week fiber optic course and get into that entry level and then catapult into mid-management. So it just creates a cachet of different options for students and adults in their career paths and career trajectory. Clean it up.
State it again, it's okay.
Okay. I might just use a different word.
You were talking about how
a really great, unique point in this program at the Urban League of Central Carolinas and some of our other community partners is, you know, after high school, or let's say you don't quite make it all the way through college, this creates, you know, a plethora of different options, career paths, and also just options. I mean, you can get your fiber optic certification and use that to work while you're in school, or you can just take that by the horns and just take it all the way your whole career path. It's really cool too, because instead of going to community college, you can come here because it's free of cost. So it really helps people with barriers to have options and opportunity. And that's what we're all about here. We're standing for opportunity. Well, at the Urban League of Central Carolinas, we're very fond of our community partners, our corporate partners, and it's so refreshing just as a community kind of wraps our arms around some of the issues that were brought up with the Harvard study originally, being the 50th city out of 50 for economic mobility. I think at all of the organizations and service providers around town, it's truly been something that's concerning, and it's reinvigorated us around, you know, what we're offering and how is it really benefiting the people that we're here to serve. And the credentialing, the certifications, the nano degrees, I think there's space for all of them in our ecosystem, and I think it provides opportunity for everyone, and anybody that doesn't feel like they can, you know, take advantage of the opportunities. Like I said, the ecosystem, we can really band together and help to raise that 50th placement.